You provide a basket of squeaky, durable toys, yet you still find yourself chasing your dog down the hallway to retrieve a plastic TV remote. We spend billions of dollars on engineered pet products, only to find our dogs bypassing the plush foam beds to curl up on a pile of unwashed gym clothes. It is easy to view this hoarding as a lack of discipline, or even a deliberate attempt to act out while you're away. Looking past the physical mess reveals a deeper drive. This behavior suggests the dog is attempting to alter its internal state, using the most potent tools available in its environment. Understanding this requires dropping the anthropocentric lens. We have to move past human-centered interpretations of why a dog does what it does. Projecting motives like malice or revenge onto a pet masks the biological drivers behind their actions. Analyzing the dog's perspective requires a shift away from human psychology and toward the hard data within the canine brain. While humans rely on sight to navigate the world, a dog experiences its environment primarily through its olfactory system. Deep within the canine brain sits the caudate nucleus. This is the reward center, a specific cluster of neurons responsible for processing high-value stimuli. To map what the canine brain values most, researchers use MRI scans to compare the intensity of the reward response across different categories of sense. This chart shows the brain's reaction to the smell of food. Since food represents survival, it creates a massive upward spike that sets a high baseline for what the dog considers a reward. However, the data reveals a clear hierarchy. When exposed to the scent of a familiar owner, the neurological activation in the reward center significantly exceeds the reaction to food. Because the brain prioritizes this biological signature over even basic survival calories, a worn t-shirt becomes the most valuable object in the dog's immediate world. That neurological reward response triggers a measurable physiological chain reaction throughout the dog's entire body. This chart tracks cortisol, the hormone released during periods of stress or separation anxiety. Without the owner present, these levels can become erratic and elevated. The moment a dog inhales the concentrated scent from an owner's clothing, those cortisol levels plummet. Inhaling these familiar molecules acts as a biological anti-anxiety intervention, allowing the dog to regulate its own stress levels through chemistry. We can use a diagnostic rubric to differentiate between high-energy destruction and the quiet search for comfort. Scenario A involves destruction. This is characterized by the dog aggressively tearing apart items, often leaving debris scattered across the room. This indicates an understimulation problem, driven by boredom and pent-up physical energy. Scenario B is caching. In this case, the dog remains calm, sleeping soundly with its chin resting heavily on a single shoe. This behavior draws on ancestral caching, where a dog uses your biological signature to simulate the proximity of the pack and feel physically safe. Identifying these specific markers determines whether a dog needs a long run to burn off energy or simply a way to feel closer to its pack leader. Understanding the neurochemistry at play allows us to suppress the urge to scold when we find a missing sock. This behavior is an ancient, evolutionary expression of belonging. Finding your dog asleep on your dirty laundry stands as a profound biological affirmation, a signal that your scent is their ultimate source of security.